Psychologists have been studying the human mind for ages. Certain experiments have provided profound insights into human psyche, but others were so heinous and immoral that they were later concealed or downright prohibited. Today, we'll explore 5 of the most heinous and brutal psychological experiments, dark eras in the history of science. The Stanford Prison Experiment. How power can turn people cruel. Imagine being asked to play a role. You're a prisoner. Others are prison guards. At first, it may feel like a simple simulation, but within hours, the guards start mentally and physically abusing you. Would you still think it's just an experiment? In 1971, Dr. Philip Zimbardo conducted this infamous study at Stanford University. His goal was to observe how power and environment influence behavior. 24 participants were randomly assigned as either prisoners or guards. Within just 2 days, the guards became increasingly sadistic, humiliating, punishing, and even physically abusing the prisoners. The prisoners began breaking down mentally, some screaming, others collapsing, and a few completely surrendering. The situation got so out of control that the 2-week study was terminated in only 6 days. This experiment showed how absolute power can corrupt ordinary people into committing extreme cruelty. Project MK Ultra. When the CIA tried to control the human mind, how would you feel if someone experimented on your brain without your consent? Sounds like a sci-fi movie, but it really happened. In the 1950s, the CIA secretly launched Project MK Ultra to investigate mind control techniques. They gave powerful hallucinogens, like LSD, to unsuspecting individuals without informing them. The result? Victims became disoriented and couldn't distinguish between reality and hallucination. One victim, Frank Olson, was given LSD without his knowledge. Days later, he jumped from a high-rise building. The government called it suicide, but many believe it was murder, an attempt to cover up the truth. In 1973, the CIA destroyed most MK Ultra documents, but surviving records revealed just how far they were willing to go to manipulate the human mind. The Monster Study. A cruel experiment on innocent children. Will a child who believes he cannot talk from a young age always struggle with stuttering? To test this, Dr. Wendell Johnson conducted the Monster Study in 1939. 22 orphaned children were used in the experiment. One group was praised for speaking well, while the other was constantly told they were bad at speaking, had poor pronunciation, and would be laughed at. The result? Even kids who didn't stutter began to fear speaking. Many lost their confidence for life. The experiment was so unethical that it was kept secret for over 60 years. David Reimer, the boy who was forced to live as a girl. Imagine growing up being told you're a girl, while deep inside, you know it's not true. In 1965, a boy named David Reimer suffered a medical accident that destroyed his genitals during surgery. Psychologist Dr. John Money claimed David could be successfully raised as a girl if treated early. So David became Brenda. He was dressed in girl's clothes, forced to act feminine, and even underwent hormone therapy. But David never felt like a girl. At age 13, his parents told him the truth. David immediately chose to live as a boy again. But the years of psychological trauma had already taken a toll. He eventually took his own life at just 38 years old. Dr. Money never admitted fault, but David's tragic story shows the catastrophic effects of forced identity manipulation. Cruel treatments against homosexuality. When love was treated as a disease, while it may seem shocking today, homosexuality was once classified as a mental disorder in the West, and in the name of treatment, many were subjected to horrific torture. One method was aversion therapy, where patients received electric shocks to suppress same-sex attraction. Dr. Robert Card, a researcher, would deliver electric shocks directly to patients' genitals when they were shown images of the same sex. Some were made to stand barefoot on electrified floors, receiving shocks every time they felt attraction. The outcome? Severe mental trauma. Some victims ended their lives. What do these inhumane experiments teach us? These 5 cases show how science, when divorced from humanity, can become a tool of terror. Which experiment do you think was the most disturbing? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to explore more strange and shocking stories like this, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.